Greetings, friends and future friends. Today's video is on the Korg Pa5x. Now, I want to show you how I use 3 foot pedals on the floor to control some of the functionality on the Korg Pa5x. The Korg Pa5x has 3 inputs. One is a damper and 2 can be programmed. And I'm going to show you how we can change those programs. You can change the functionality. You can start player 1 and player 2. You can bring in a variation, an intro. You can change all these things on the fly with a foot pedal. You don't even need MIDI in and outs. You can just do it with a foot pedal. And this will be helpful if you're in a recording session, you want to change things on the fly, or you're in a live situation and you want to change things. So let me show you how that works.
Okay, I got Chain the Fools version 1 all loaded up in player 1. And I also hit an E minor chord on the keyboard. But the chord progression is not going to be important for this example. It won't matter. But you know you have to hit a chord before you hit the player, or it'll just play the drums. You got to set it up. So we hit an E minor. We got Chain the Fools all loaded up. We push the button. And now we're playing the style in E minor. And when I push the button, it stops the style. Now, one thing I've done is I've set up the foot controller to control player 1. So I can go down here on my foot pedal and I can push play and I can start and stop player 1. With foot pedal 1, I am now controlling play and stop on the Chain the Fool style in player 1. But I also configured foot pedal 2 to control the break. In other words, it'll start the break. So if I start the style back up again, and now I hit pedal 2, if I hit pedal 2 again, so the way I have it configured is that foot pedal 1 controls playing and stopping player 1. And when I hit pedal 2, what that does is implement the break. And the break will come in and it'll play the length that you have it programmed for that style. Okay, let's see how we set these pedals up. It's pretty easy. So you go to Settings, Menu, Controllers, and it's going to come up with hand. Click on foot, and now you can see pedal foot switch 1 is play player 1, pedal foot switch 2 is break. Now all you have to do is click on the arrow and you can select what you want to do here. Now you can make pedal foot switch 1 do all kinds of things, but what we did is we have it on play player 1. Now play player 1, what it'll do is it'll play and stop the player. If you go down here and push stop player 1, what that'll do is you have to start the player up here on the deck and then you can stop it with the pedal. So there might be a time where you want to start an intro or a version or something, and you want to start it on the deck, and then when you hit that pedal, it'll stop. For me, I go back to play player 1, and what it'll do is it'll start and stop. The curve under here isn't important because what we're using is a latch type switch. I think these are M gear pedals, and all they are is a switch. So this curve is only important if you were putting a volume control or something that would have a pentameter in it of some sort. The same with down below. And what we did down here on pedal foot switch 2, we clicked break. And we exit back out of that. And it's easy. Same thing with the curve down there. It's not going to function, or this curve does not really pertain to anything when you're using a latch switch. And it's easy. Now, what I have, I'll exit back out of this. I can take pedal 1, start the style. Then I can hit pedal 2 to put the break in there. But let's get a little crazy. Let's go back and let's put fill 3 in there. Okay, now what we've done is pedal 2 is going to put the fill in there. You might want to do it that way. So let's exit out of this. Pedal 1, we'll start player 1. Now when I hit the pedal, it should do fill 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One, two. 1, 2. Do you hear the fill? And let's go back to settings again. And actually, what we could probably do, there's endings, there's all kinds of stuff. Variation 1, variation 2. And it even goes even further than that. You can actually create things, draw bar, or I mean, look at all the different listings of things. These are all the different things you can have, which you can have that pedal do. I mean, and like here, let's back here to go to variation 4. So now what I'm going to do is when I hit pedal 2, it should go to variation 4. So let's exit out of this. Pedal 1 starts player 1. And I can see on the deck, we're in version 1. You can see we just switched to version 4. I'll go back to version 1. So right here, we're at variation 1. Hit the pedal. It did fill 2 and went right into variation 4. You can actually hear the horns are in variation 4. Okay, let's go over it. It's really simple. You hit settings, you hit menu, you hit controllers, you hit foot, and then you select the function that you want foot switch number 1 and pedal foot switch number 2 to do. Click on the arrow, and these are all the functions that you can trigger with that foot switch. And there is a bunch of them. And as soon as you exit, it'll save it, and you're ready to go. Now, I use the M Gear pedal. They're really a great pedal. I've got 3 of these things hooked up to the PA5X, and I haven't had any problems with them. Now, one cool thing about these pedals is they have a selector switch on the back of them. And you can see 1 is an open circuit and 2 is a closed. And what that means is when the pedal is up, if it's in switch position number 1, it means the circuit will be open. And if you have it on switch selection number 2, when you have the pedal up and you're not touching it, that means the circuit is closed. With the PA5X, I've actually have it on position 1. The switch is actually over all the way to position 1.
So there you go, how you can control the functionality of the Korg Pa5x with foot pedals. Pretty neat stuff. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. You'll help us grow the channel, and then I can bring you more cool stuff. So take care, my friends, and thanks for watching.